Hello everybody, this is Dee. So I'm back with Venus in the second house. So a little recap for the first house. So in the first house, we paint a picture of Venus's experiencing the first time being alive. She realizes that, wow, this is a new experience. Venus realizes in the first house that, wow, I desire to stay alive, to exist, to continue living this experience, use my free will, and understand individuality. Because that's what it is. She is finally having an experience where she is herself. She's no longer part of God. There's a separation there. She's living that life now in this new fascinating world of 3D. And now in the second house, Venus now realizes, oh, I have a body. And the second house, Venus realizes, remembered, beginning to understand that I am a physical body and I no longer am just the head with sight to see. I have a neck, I have a throat, and I have lips, because the second house rules those parts of the human body. So through the second house, Venus realizes that I am of earth element. I am earth. I am the embodiment of this place that we live in, this place that the humans are and I am her, I am it, and she is me. But still has to go through the journey of the 12th house to understand what the full realization will dawn on her. The whole cycle has to play out. Okay, so in the second house, you see that Venus is starting to understand gravity. What does it mean to have a physical experience? What does it mean? What does it feel like to be? And what does it take to be embodied, to have senses? So at first, Venus is desire and pleasure of everything. But then the pleasure of the senses is something that's going to unfold for Venus throughout the wheel of the 12 houses. So there, remember I said Venus in the second house rules the lips, the throat, and the neck. All right. So the mouth, the lips. So Venus is now realizing flavors. Okay, the senses there, the discovery there is taste. So flavor, texture, or texture would be like with the later on. So it will be taste, flavors. Venus there realizes that, oh, for me to stay around, I need, and to survive, I need to consume, I need to ingest. That's why you see lips, the flavors, the taste, and the throat. Venus realizes now that I have to ingest, I have to consume for this thing, this body to run, right? And for me to do that, I need resources. Oh, wait a minute. I am resources. And while Venus is realizing, it's dawning on Venus that I need resources to survive. And she realizes, oh, I am resources, right? And then she made that connection to the fact that I am of earth element and I am the energy of earth. Through that, Venus then realizes, oh, I am abundant. I am bountiful. I am fruitful. I am delicious. You see the connection with the mouth here, with the senses of taste, and because Venus is also realizing that with the realization that she needs resources to survive in this 3D reality that she finds herself in, she also realized I am resource. Through that, she also realizes, oh, I am precious. I'm precious. I am resource. I have resource. I'm the embodiment of resources. I am precious. You see the relation to the Taurian nature on the second house. You like the materialistic things. You like riches, money, jewelry, anything that is that has a value, right? So the second house, the resources we're talking about, those things are not, those things are things that you can see and touch and use and consume, right? You use money, you eat the foods, you ingest things, and the second house, when people with Venus in the second house, they love their food. They're foodies. Those are the foodies. It's because when you are born with displacement with Venus in your second house, you love food. You're still enjoying, you love enjoying what you are, which is pleasure of the senses. But in the second house, is the senses through the mouth, right? So another thing too, that in that second house, you could see that the things that you like, it's not necessarily like because they're shiny object. It's because of the weight of them, like gold, of the high price of them, and that is material, that is consistent, that would be always in any timeline precious, diamonds, gold, food. It's a resource that, as long as we are embodied, anything that you could use for consumption, you could use, okay? You could see the rational aspect of the tangible things that you could use, touch, okay, that has value, okay? So women or people with that placement, they want you to have enough resources. For you to love equals having resources. They have difficulty finding the point and exploring that love aspect of life with this person who does not have resource. And if you have your natural placement and second house too, you could see that you're also very good at having your own resources. The only thing is, you also want someone to have their resources, because I am resourced and you need to be resourced. And that's how my love works, because I love resources. It's part of what I love. And if I love you, you have to be a representation of some kind of resource for me. Another thing also that you could see in that same energy is the second house, the embodiment of it, okay? That's the beginning of the trajectory. So at first it was just the eyes, and then with the eyes and the head. So the first house rules the head, the face, okay? And it's like the baby, right? The baby now realizes, okay, so I've got eyes and I'm seeing this, whatever. Whoa, what is this new experience that I'm having? Everything is so exciting and interesting. Wow. And then the baby starts crying. What does the baby want? She wants to suckle. She wants to ingest. She wants to eat. She wants to feed. Right? So I'm putting those different explanations for people so that you could understand the trajectory of understanding a life throughout the wheel, and also for you to kind of make that connection within yourself. If you have that particular placement in your natal house, if you have Venus, in the second house. And it applies also if you have Venus in Taurus, in Taurus, even if it's not the house, but the nature of the Taurus. This is kind of like the nature of what your Venus is. Now, in the house will be how it's gonna play out, okay? But playing out in the second house, resources, finances, material object that I could use, things that are tangible that you could see, touch, and use for trade, for whatever, for consumption. Okay, you want the things you want. It's not necessarily because they're shiny. Okay, Venus there don't want something that is shiny. Okay, but it's not gold. No, you want the gold. And you don't care if the gold is not dusted, not whatever. You want the diamond, even if the diamond is not yet refined and beautified. That would be in the fifth house, right? Okay, you don't want the glitter without the value of it. Okay, so you would see when someone, because don't forget Venus is also aesthetic. When someone is have Venus and Taurus, or if you have Venus and the second house, these people, they may not have a long, large wardrobe. Their style might be not very too extravagant and elaborate, but everything that they wear, those are things that are timeless. Those are things that are durable. Okay, every pieces of clothing, every pieces of jewelry, and you could see that even, I could see that even in my own life. My Venus is, well, I have the whole thing. My Venus is in Taurus and in my second house. So, like, I like real jewelry. I like real gold. I like real diamonds. It doesn't have to be like you could see the blanks 10 miles away. I don't want to buy those things, but whatever I have, it has to be something of value. And definitely love food. Okay, I love exploring flavors. I love food. I love to eat. Okay. So anyway, so that's like what it is to have Venus in the second house. So here in the second house, Venus is understanding what it takes to stay embodied, what it takes to, well, and yeah, in first house, she wants to survive. But if you don't eat, if you don't have resources, if you do not use things, if you do not consume things, well, good luck. You're not sticking around. This existence, this body, this world, this new experience, you need resources. It's not like you're sitting there. You can't feed off the energy of love from the divine from there. No, the divine actually has to show you some money. You have to manifest something that comes to your tangible reality. Okay, so you will find people with Venus in the second house. They have a very grounded, here's another word for second house, earth, right? Very grounded approach to love, very grounded approach to pleasure. Okay, I want to feel. Okay, feed me, touch me. But it's not like the light and stuff. It's like you need to massage. Like I need to feel. It's an embodied experience that I'm having. Make me feel it. It's the type of woman who would say, "No, yeah, you love me. That's great. That's great. That's great. That's great." What does that look like here? Because I want to see it. I want to touch it. I want to be able to use it. So you show me that love by how you provide. Because I am fruitful. I'm abundant. I am resource. I am pleasure. I'm desire. I'm aesthetics. I'm sex. Second house, that's all part of the experience of the embodiment. You want sex. Yes, slow and steady as you go. Oh my God. Okay. But yeah, so that's kind of how it is. You are a very sexual person. But the way you want it, it comes with resource. That doesn't make your words only and flashiness only does not get this woman with Venus and second house. It does not get her juices flowing. especially like me, who has also Mars there, which Mars is that appeal, the passion, the excitement, that sexual energy. Okay, so all that has to come together in that nice hot package of things that I could use, touch, consume, and material. So that's kind of like how the Venus works in the second house. So I mean, it's just the way the energy play out. That doesn't, you have to, through this, I'm hoping you understand who you are and what you love as a woman or as a man if you're watching this. Okay? And you need, it's like that baby, you're born, you're aware, oh, okay, I want to stick around. What a great experience. I'm alive. I want to experience this. And, okay, crying because you have throat, because I'm missing something. I have not experienced food yet. Babies, when they're born, they're hungry. They've never ingested, not through their mouth anyway. I mean, in the womb, they feed, but it's like through the belly, umbilical cord. That's still the same way the divine does it. It's that web, right? That cord that attach everything. No, I'm an individual now through the first house. You become an individual person with free will, with instinct, and with uniqueness. And now to stick around, I have to eat. I have to consume. I have to have resources. And that is the way this Venus experiences and expresses. Okay, because the Venus, when you're giving to someone you love, you are prone to, whenever you're gifting them something, you use resources as well. You use your own resources. Okay, for that, that's how the Venus there is expressing love, desire, wanting to experience pleasure, pleasure of the senses, and expresses the aesthetics. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this one, and stick around, stay tuned, and I'll come back with the Venus and the third house. All right, bye.